we're facing the angst. Another nightmare overtakes your sleep. Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
You clutch the note tightly in your hands as you read it. I'm sorry, Tyrion. There were so many things I wanted to tell you. So many things I wanted to show you. That's from the beginning. But I'm afraid that I can't do that now. I need you to be strong now. This world is bleak, merciless, and unforgiving. But I've seen you. I know how bright the light within you is. Use my eyes. Peer beyond the divine gate as I once did. Sorry, I mean peer beyond the divine gale. Use it to reclaim the future. Her eyes? Oh. Guess what? You voiced that character last time, and she's a girl. That's unfortunate for you.
Yeah,
I understand.
It just ends up happening.
It doesn't matter. All you have to do is stop the execution. If you can just distract the knights long enough, you can save her and run away. You'll have to abandon your home, but at least she'll still be with you. As you try to sprint towards the gallows, a knight grabs your arm and pulls you back.
Fuck, they still do public executions?
Metal.
Oh, hey, kid, you can't cross this point. Hey, stop that.
You fruitlessly try to break his grip by striking him with your bare hands. But he barely feels anything through his armor. You continue delivering blow after blow to him, but it does nothing. Your knuckles start to bleed. Oh! Irritated by your behavior, the knight pins you to the ground.
Damn, kid.
You desperately struggle against him to no avail. And from this position, you have no choice but to watch what's happening.
Oh,
That's... Wait, stop! You make eye contact with your mother one last time. Oh. Oh, no, she got hung. Her body goes limp. You stare blankly at the hanging body. No, this isn't... Mom? You clutch her note tightly in your hand. You feel a comforting yet fleeting warmth from it. Mom!
Tyrion!
Celeste? You snap back awake. It was another nightmare. You notice that tears are streaming down your face. You quickly try to bring up your sleeve to wipe them away. But you realize that Celeste is firmly gripping your hand. Why are you...
Sorry. You were shouting in your sleep. But you seemed to calm down a little, whenever I held your hand.
Aw.
So I've been doing that.
Oh.
Tyrion, are you okay?
You're not.
You've been acting weird since we arrived in Arronax.
It's nothing.
It's not nothing. Does it have something to do with your mother? For the past 2 nights, you've been calling out for her in your sleep. Please, just talk to me. I'm your friend, aren't I?
You never even realized it. You didn't have many people in your life after you left Aranox. You only had Miss Timora, and she never wanted to talk about what happened. But Celeste, she's been there since you started your career. Of course she's your friend. It all happened a long time ago. We lived here together in that old house. My mother was a merchant and a mage.
Your mother was a mage?
But I guess the gift of magic skipped my generation. I could never use it. About 10 years ago, my mother's business partner was found murdered. And they found traces of magic at the crime scene.
They thought that your mom did it.
Oh, I'm remembering, hold on. You remember, right before the trial for Celeste, Tyrion had kind of a flashback to Miss Timora, and about how Miss Timora failed to defend someone?
Yeah.
I bet all my money that Miss Timora failed to defend his mother, and she was executed for it.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Miss Timora was my mother's defense attorney for the trial. She did everything she could to get her acquitted, but she could never find the real culprit. They found her guilty of first-degree murder. I tried to stop her execution, but... Your voice starts breaking.
Tyrion.
I'm sorry, Celeste.
What?
Coming back here has brought back so many memories. I thought that I'd already moved on from what happened, If I could just keep saving people as an attorney, then maybe I could put all this behind me. But I'm back in Aranax, and those feelings are still so fresh in my mind. It's like I'm still the same powerless child from 10 years ago. I know that I've been taking that out on you. I'm really sorry.
Don't be. I get it. I know what it's like to lose someone like that.
She does, doesn't she?
When my dad was murdered, you were there for me. If it weren't for you, I would have still been...
Oh my god.
If it weren't for you, I would have still believed that he died hating me.
Celeste, Celeste slowly clasps your hand within hers again. It feels warm and comforting. Has this been the warmth you've been feeling for the last few nights?
So just let me be here for you.
You can feel yourself dozing off, but you have to snap yourself back awake. Sorry, the last few days have been a little tiring.
It's okay, just focus on falling asleep. I'll stay with you for as long as you need me to. Yawn.
You didn't even try!
I'm also feeling pretty tired, though. I'll just rest my eyes a bit.
For the first time since you arrived in Aranax, you finally receive a good night's rest. You wake up the next morning feeling well rested. You feel almost a little too rested. You feel really reluctant to leave the comfort of your bed. Celeste, are you there? Your hand feels warm. Aww. You can feel your heart stop. Celeste?
Oh, what do you want?
Her eyes slowly open as she wakes from her equally restful sleep. She drowsily scans her surroundings.
Uh-oh.
Oh. You both start out of the bed.
So... You seem to be doing better? You do okay, right?
Yeah, thank you for last night. Poor phrasing.
Frickin' music. The frickin' saxophone.
Bro.
Hello, are you there, Mr. Cuthbert?
The only thing that can make this any better is if some Marvin Gaye started playing.
Oh, my word.
What the hell?
Your soul nearly jumps out of your body. You suddenly hear Aster's voice, and it's extremely loud. You look around to see where he is, but he's nowhere to be found. Aster?
Ah, thank the skilled fucking lord, I finally found you two.
What? Where are you?
I'm using a spell to speak with you, and that's not creepy at all.
Okay.
I apologize for contacting you in this manner, but I was worried that something had happened to you two.
Right, of course. Anyways, what do you want at this time of day?
This time of day? Mr. Cooper, it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
Oh, shit.
What?
3 p.m.? You missed the entire morning.
I hope everything's okay. Did something happen?
No, everything's okay. Anyways, if it's already this late, we should head over to the refinery.
Yes, the investigation! Let's do that immediately!
Celeste immediately power walks out of the room. You quickly follow after her.
You're heading to the refinery. Do you mind if I meet with you two? There's something I'd like to ask you. Will you
Sure.
be my friend?
No.
Like BFFs? I made friendship bracelets.
Oh my...
Oh, wonderful. I'll see you at Town Square.
God damn it. You quickly meet Aster in the town square while you walk to the refinery. You and Celeste walk to your destination with purpose. A little too much purpose. It's almost as if you're trying to both just... It's almost as if you're both trying to... It's almost as if you're both trying to distract yourselves from something. Holy shit, why did I struggle to say that? Every time you make eye contact with Celeste, she quickly glances away.
The fucking saxophone music is fucking kidding me, dude.
Dude.
It's a little too triumphant.
Yeah. Things are a little awkward, but you much prefer this over the tense mood between you two yesterday. Anyways, Aster, what was that spell you used earlier? It let you speak to us speak with us without being there.
Oh, that was a conjuration spell. It's called send message.
I just feel a little bit uneasy that you can just contact us out of the blue like that. More importantly, you're a little worried about what he might have seen. Well, I don't think he can actually see anything. It's just a message, right?
Yeah, it's just a message. Don't worry. The spell is perfectly harmless. I'll give you parameters if you like. Oh.
The duration of the spell, the caster projects their voice to communicate with the target. Anyone within a 30 feet radius of the target can hear the caster's voice. The caster can also hear sounds close to the target, allowing for two-way communication. The target must be a person known to the caster. That person must also be conscious, otherwise the spell will fail. Okay, that's definitely going to come up. It looks like it only facilitates communication. What?
It also said the target could be an object that facilitates magic. So it doesn't necessarily need to be a person.
You definitely didn't see the embarrassing state that you two were in.
By the way, I'm not trying to be rude, but why are you following us?
Oh, yes. I was still trying to think of a proper prep to ask you. But you both seem to be on the edge at the moment.
Wait, was he actually going to ask us to be friends?
I really hope he is.
What did you want to ask us?
You already told me we have a trace of transportation at the refinery. But we're trying to stay really highlighted of the significance of that. I can't simply stand by if I was witness to a murder.
And?
May I join you on your investigation?
Oh my god.
Please, pretty please? With a cherry on top?
Well, I guess fear is just he doesn't want to get rejected, I guess.
Yeah.
You're questioning his motives for a variety of reasons. He was the only other mage that was at the scene of the crime. And between him and Rika, you definitely trust Rika more. Alright, I see no reason why not. Celeste shoots you a concerned look. You suddenly gesture for her to keep an eye on Aster. She nods in acknowledgement. Aster is your prime suspect right now, and he has to be aware of that. But if you keep him close to you, you might catch some dissonant thoughts through the eye. Smart play.
Yep.
You arrive at the refinery and see that several knights from the Inquisition have already arrived.
There he is.
Hey, it's me, Detective Dick, or M.Y. You glance at the damaged walkway and see Commander White there with a few of his knights. He seems to notice you too, but he only pays you a passing glance.
Oh, Mr. Coop, I've been waiting for you. For quite a while, may I add.
Right, sorry about that.
I suppose you have your reasons, and you've more than proven yourself worthy of my trust. Although...
Dracogen gives Aster a suspicious side glance. He appears to have come to the same conclusion that you did.
Well, you give me little reason to doubt your judgment. I'll lay investigation in your capable hands.
Speaking of the investigation, where should we start first?
Now that we've gotten the Inquisition involved, we might be able to learn more about the magical traces at the crime scene. Look at Commander White, who is inspecting the walkway. He's probably your best bet for getting more information about the investigation. He's a gumshoe.
I'm quite pleased with your work during the trial.
I don't like that smile.
It's the frickin'... it's just because he looks so much like the police chief. When he fucking just looks like this. I'm glad to put my trust in you.
Thank you, but we're still a long way from getting your case dismissed. And showing the possibility of a murder definitely made things much more complicated.
I see no reason to blame yourself. You merely played the cards that you were dealt. Honestly, I'm still trying to make sense of what happened.
Do you have any idea who his second victim might be?
I have no idea. But all my other employees are accounted for. I doubt that it was anyone who worked for me.
But then who was it?
To be perfectly honest, I'm a little concerned that of how many unauthorized people were there that day.
He has a point. It seems strange that Justin, Rika, and Morrison were all there. Hey, you want to look at my badge?
No, I don't want to. I don't need to see that. I'm pretty sure you're in 30.
Ah, fine, go fuck yourself.
Gladly.
What in the world? Oh, it's you two. And who's this? Where'd the music go?
Oh, he's gonna fangirl.
Wait, the hell?
Oh, it's because he recognizes Aster. Commander, please don't.
What the hell are you two doing here with the Crown Prince?
What? It appears that my cover's been blown, as they say.
Did he just say that you're the Crown Prince?
Well, I'll put on a more posh accent, I guess, now.
Alright.
Yes, oh, that was deep, holy shit. My full name is Aster Wiven. It's just getting into weird. Fuck, hold on.
What?
No, I just gotta...
Okay.
It's hard for me to hear my own voice with
Yeah.
my headphones on, so it just gets lost. My full name is Aster Wivengard IV, heir to the throne of Wivengard.
Yes. He's Australian, innit? Not
Man,
British.
I think it was full of surprises.
This entire time, you've been speaking to the heir to the throne?
I was hoping that it wouldn't come to this.
Oh, sorry, Majesty.
Please, none of that. I would much prefer if you all continue to call me Aster.
No, I could never.
You've never seen the commander this flustered before. Why did you find the need to hide this from us?
I didn't want you to think any less of me. I admire your work, Mr. Cuthbert. Which is why I was afraid you wouldn't speak to me if you knew the truth.
In a way, he was correct to assume that. As a member of the royal family, he represents everything that you and Miss Timora are fighting against. But he does look like a sincere and genuine person. At the very least, you haven't seen anything incriminating through the eye of Horus. Anyways, this complicates things greatly. Aster is your prime suspect. So, if he did commit the murder, you would have to implicate a member of the royal family. Fuck it, let's just rise up and create a revolution and just throw everything into the fire.
Heads will roll, guillotines.
A nobleman is one thing, but would it even be possible to convict the crown prince? Well, no matter what, you won't stop seeking justice. It doesn't matter who you're facing, be they man, king, or god. And Prince's aside, you came here to talk to your commander about his investigation. Since Aster is accompanying you, he might be more inclined to share details with you. I'm surprised that the Inquisition is even here. I thought you were all busy investigating Aster's missing ship.
Wait, you know about that?
The commander glances nervously at Aster.
We wanted to put more of our people there, but Lady Steelman insisted that we focus on the Dracogen case.
As you should. I would much rather have you find justice for Justin Way. That's far more important than looking for some musty old ship.
Right. Is this kid for real?
I just had a theory.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the crown prince.
Interesting.
I think the crown prince is the other victim who fell into that vat. I don't know why, but that one little thought from Commander White over here, is this kid for real? I don't know. Something about it feels fishy. I don't know if that's actually the crown prince or not.
Interesting.
Have you discovered anything about the magical traces here?
We did take a look at it, and it's definitely suspicious. The only rails with magical traces on them are these, and the fact that we can still see them means that they were left within the last 48 hours. It's looking pretty likely that someone used transmutation on these rails that night.
It still doesn't make sense, though. Why would someone weaken these rails specifically?
I have no idea. I'm just as confused as you are. If this is really foul play, then someone knew that Justin or some other person would be in this exact place.
Has the Inquisition found any evidence to prove my theory?
You mean about a second person falling into the vat? Sorry, kid, but it ain't that simple.
You know what? I think the blockade gives credence to my theory. What would be more devastating than the Crown Prince dying? They have to shut down the entire city.
Oh, maybe.
preventing anyone from leaving or entering the city. They shut it down because the Crown Prince is dead. I really hope I'm right.
But if he is dead, then why would he... Because if he is dead, and the Inquisition presumably knew that he was dead...
No, yeah, you got a good point. Let me read that again. What's the King's Guard? I don't know if that's exactly the same as the Inquisition.
No, but they were there searching for his missing ship.
I don't
can't assume anything, but I would have to assume that like they're connected somehow.
I don't know. I don't know if I personally believe that the ghost ship is connected to the blockade or not. I don't know.
The body of that Justin fella sort of dissolved.
That's quite gruesome.
If another person had fallen in, the body would have dissolved too. But we could only find some bone fragments, blood, and a lot of metallic shards.
Have you been able to use divination magic to identify the bone fragments?
Yup. The ones we found all belong to Justin Way. No signs of bones from another person.
Metal shards. Well, I guess that's presumably.
Metal shard?
I guess that could presumably be from the this thing. But,
yeah, maybe.
But Rika said that when she heard the strange noise, she thought that it was metal against metal, I think. If I'm remembering correctly.
No, she did say that.
There wasn't any evidence of another person falling in? Could your theory have been incorrect then? Are you sure that you and Morrison saw a person fall into the vat, Aster?
Definitely saw someone fall off the walkway and break the guardrails. Though, thinking back on it, I didn't recognize who exactly that person was. The Harbor Master and I were pretty far away, and it wasn't well lit.
Do you think that second victim's body could be fully dissolved? Might explain why we can't find any bone matter from them.
No, if my theory is correct, the second victim fell in minutes after Justin fell. If anything, they would find bones and other things of the second victim first. It wouldn't make any sense if that person's body fully dissolved before Justin's. But why can't you find any bone matter of the second person? What?
This may sound really stupid, but maybe it was like a metallic person.
I've fallen into a vat of acid! Help!
I know why Dragon, you might want to hear about this.
Oh no. Oh no. Construct, go into that vat of acid.
Acknowledged!
If the liquid is so volatile, how are you able to take things out of the vat?
Oh, the liquid isn't volatile anymore. When the Harbor Master and I reported what we saw, the workers poured some sort of alchemical solution into that.
Yeah, according to them, that solution neutralized the evocation magic in those chemicals. From what I hear, the magical liquid in these vaults is usually blue. The solution that they poured in turned it green.
Yes, unfortunately it was too late. By the time we neutralized the liquid, Justin's body had already mostly dissolved.
And if they hadn't neutralized it so quickly, we probably wouldn't have found anything from the victim.
Yellow solution into that turns green, usually blue.
What is this, elementary school? We're learning about color theory?
I mean, color is probably going to be important because if we find something that has like blue
Yeah.
acid on it.
Interesting. I still can't believe that you've been the Crown Princess this entire time.
I wasn't trying to deceive you. I was just worried that you might treat me differently if you knew the truth.
Oh, right. Should I call Steelwind over here for you? She'll probably want to see you.
No, I think it would be best if you didn't. Thank you, Celeste.
Discord did not catch that.
Oh.
Oh, I remember now. If you're the Crown Prince, that makes Prosecutor Steelwind your fiancé.
Right. Lady Frigga mentioned that during the Nightgrave case. That's why the name Aster sounded so familiar. We figured this out like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Sometimes Tyrion's very smart, other times
Yeah.
it takes Tyrion like 10 years to figure out baby brain
Well,
problems.
he's just like Phoenix, right? You saw it in her thoughts. Sorry, I mean Raven left gay law enforcer.
Yeah. I forget.
What?
That Miriam. She's caused me so much trouble by publicly revealing my marriage to Lady Steelwind.
My lady to married Steelwind?
Yes.
Okay.
I had hoped to keep it a secret for much longer.
Oh my god. Where is Prosecutor Steelwind anyways? She always investigates these crime scenes herself.
Ah, she said she wanted to investigate the disappearing ship personally.
Okay, well, I guess that's why she sent everybody over here, because she wants to make sure that she gets the job done. She doesn't want to leave it to anyone else.
She seems really hell-bent on finding the people responsible. They did attempt to kidnap the Crown Prince after all.
Oh, she must really care about you, Aster.
Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I forgot there was a whole kidnapping the prince thing.
So did I, to be honest.
I thought the ship might have been Steelwind's, and that's why she was looking for it. No, I highly doubt that.
What?
Our marriage was arranged by her parents.
Yeah.
She had no say in the matter. I know, but she only tolerates me for the good of our kingdom.
I'm sure she still cares about you.
No, I can tell by the way she behaves around me. Her hands quiver with rage, and she can't even bear to look at me when I speak to her.
Damn.
Damn.
Bro, I'm having all the reactions and just lining up with the game for some reason.
I know, it's great.
Damn. God damn. Can't believe she even treats the Crown Prince like that.
Bitches do be wildin', huh?
Shut the hell up.
She may be my fiancée, but our marriage is purely political. She endures so much because of her name.
I guess you aristocrats have your own share of problems.
What do you think about this?
It's a yellow liquid. It turns things blue,
I don't know what you
green
were
from
expecting.
blue.
Oh, is that traces of piss magic? I knew it!
Piss magic.
But there's not much to say about that.
Fuck.
Wait, is that a new hold on. There's a new profile.
Yeah, him.
Oh, it's Aster. Okay. I didn't realize we didn't have his profile before.
I'd heard that the prince was exploring the town alone, but I never imagined that he was with you two the entire time.
My apologies. I'm aware of how uneasy the Kingsguard is about my actions.
Maybe that's why there's a blockade.
Yeah. But I wanted to explore the city without their presence.
Damn, I was really hoping my theory about the Crown Prince being dead was right, but... Actually, they're probably keeping an eye on him from a distance. There isn't a chance they'd let a prince wander the crowded city alone. They're probably watching him right now.
How stealthy are his Kingsguard? What the fuck?
I don't know.
God, I can't wait till he's up on the stand.
Oh, no.
Now that you got Rika out of the way, though.
Thank God. Please don't show up anymore, Rika. Please.
She runs a cafe. She's probably gonna show up.
Ugh, Steelwind always micromanages the Inquisition, but now she's just dumping all of her work on me. Honestly, I don't know which of the two is worse.
Being a subordinate of the prosecutor does look like a stressful experience. You getting any salary cuts there, fella?
I love the freaking thing from last time where it's like, oh yeah, doesn't this inn look very familiar to the other inn?
Oh, dude,
it's like, oh,
that was so
yeah.
that was really brilliant.
Hey, let's go to Rika's cafe.
No, I'm not going there. We have to go talk to what's his name anyhow.
Oh yeah.
Dracogen, we spoke with the Inquisition about what they found in the vat, and they could only find bone matter belonging to Justin. Well, that and several metallic shards.
What? That can't be right.
I know. I was hoping to find some hard evidence to prove my theory. I'll have to find another approach to prove it.
No, that's not what I meant. There shouldn't be any solid matter in those vats.
Are you talking about the metallic shards? I just assumed that those were some kind of magical byproduct.
No, the refining process requires that everything in that vat remains liquid. Solid matter would absorb the liquid's magical properties and taint the entire batch.
So those metal shards weren't supposed to be in there? You think they came from the broken pieces of the railing?
Possibly. We'll probably want to double check with the commander to make sure. But this is definitely strange. You'll need to take a moment to work through all this. Oh, okay.
Oh,
From what Dracogen
Moment
said-
time.
Moment time? There shouldn't have been any solid metal. Yeah, I would deduce with 100% certainty that this is going to be a moment. We've already confirmed that the bone matter they found came with Justin's body, but that leaves another question. How do metallic shards appear in the vat? Where do those metallic shards come from?
A metal object. Because metal on metal, we heard about that, right?
Huh?
It was metal on metal.
Yeah.
So a metal object was thrown into the vat.
A metal object was thrown into the vat.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Whatever that object was, it probably dissolved in the shards that Orm found.
That's the thing, though. What should the magical liquid have done to the object? The magical liquid in the vat was extremely volatile. It was destructive enough to reduce an entire human body to a few shards of bone. The vat liquid should have completely destroyed
destroyed the metal object.
The object would have been completely destroyed. We shouldn't have found any metal shards in the first place.
Right, but we did find them. How do you explain that?
It can't be metal body.
Why was the metal object fully destroyed? That night, something happened that prevented the metal object from being fully destroyed. I mean, my best guess is that alchemical solution was poured into it before the metal object fell in there, because the alchemical solution apparently reduces how volatile the liquid is.
Yeah, but if Justin was the first person to fall and they only found bone matter, that means this object was the second thing that was thrown in.
Yes, which means that the vat had the alchemical solution poured into it before Justin fell.
No, they said they did it after.
Yeah, they said it. Yeah, but that doesn't explain why Justin's bones were still there, because it should have destroyed everything, right?
Well, no, he said that like if they didn't do it fast enough, then Justin's body, bones definitely wouldn't have been there.
Oh, okay. Justin Way fell into the vat. Accident was reported. That liquid was neutralized.
Shortly after the accident was reported.
When Aster and Morrison reported
victory
the
music.
accident. Yep, the workers immediately neutralized the liquid's magic. They did this to attempt to save Justin, but it would have also stopped the liquid from destroying anything else within the vat.
So that's how we found those metal shards.
And whatever the metal object was, it was only partially destroyed. That means that it fell into the vat around the time that Justin fell into the vat. If it fell a while before the accident, it would have dissolved completely. But if it fell after the accident, it wouldn't have dissolved at all. Furthermore, whatever that object was, it was probably as large as Justin. Is your metal body theory correct?
I don't know why it would be correct, because I don't know anything that would be a metal body other than the construct from last time.
A large, unknown metal object fell into the vat around the time that Justin Way fell into it. Yeah.
Do you think that this metal object had something to do with the second victim? Maybe they were holding it when they fell in.
I'm not sure, but it's definitely possible. We should take a closer look at the metallic shards that Commander White found. Those shards might help us identify the second victim. If that person even exists.
we have to go back up.
Okay, I guess we gotta go and present it to him.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Really?
Oh, maybe it's a talk option?
It is.
Yeah.
Commander White, you mentioned that you found several metallic shards in the vat. Do you mind if we take a look at them?
Sure, just don't get any bright ideas about taking anything. You'll also want to avoid touching them with your bare hands. The liquid is neutralized, but it definitely ain't good for your skin.
The commander motions to one of the Inquisition Knights. After a few moments, he brings back a large barrel filled with metallic shards.
What? There were that many?
What could have possibly fallen into the vat? Well, I guess we should get started. Wrong voice.
Yeah, my bad.
You spend some time closely inspecting the metallic shards with Celeste. The shards are only the size of small rocks, and it's difficult to find any discerning features. Any luck on your end?
No, I haven't found.
Hmm?
Ooh,
Celeste?
I think I found something. I'm not exactly sure what it is, though.
Celeste pulls out a metallic shard with some sort of engraving on it. Unlike the other shards, this one looks far less damaged. The engraving on it looks like some sort of crest.
Oh, that's the crest of House Von Sanctus.
Isn't it even noble what's charging Dracogen?
Well, it looks like, Waluigi tried to sabotage Dracogen and get them convicted and get them destroyed, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I doubt that Lord Von Sanctus was the second victim. Aster, do you know who would have a house emblem like this?
Normally only the Lord's retainers would have emblems of his house.
Well, I doubt that Justin was the one who had this in his possession.
You think one of Von Sanctus' retainers fell into a vat last night?
It's definitely possible, but if that did happen, why haven't we heard about it?
Lord Von Sanctus would have the resources to keep something like that out of the public eye.
The only way to know for sure would be to ask him ourselves. But even if we could talk to him, he would never cooperate with us. Unless Aster pulls some strings
let's
and uses his
go.
position. You glance at the prince. Someone of his station would have no trouble meeting with Lord Von Sanctus. An idea begins to form in your mind. Unless...
What is it, Mr. Cuthbert?
Aster, do you think you could help us interrogate Lord Von Sanctus?
He's getting... Yeah, there it
Oh,
is.
yep.
There it is. Really? You need my help?
In this instance, it'd be very difficult to speak to him by ourselves. But as the Crown Prince, he'd be much more inclined to speak with you.
Of course, I'd be happy to help.
You might be overplaying your hand by utilizing Aster this way. You're still wary of the prince, especially since he was one of the few mages at the scene.
Will this really work, though?
It's not ideal, but it's the only lead we have so far. But it still bothers you. Why haven't you found any bone matter from the second person? Maybe you're overthinking it. You should pursue every lead and see where it takes you. And to do that, you need to find out where Lord Von Sanctus is. Hey, you know where Waluigi is? No. Oh, like... Jesus Christ, that's bright. My eyes burn.
So this is Von Sanctus' house.
It'd be more appropriate to call this building a palace rather than a house.
Oh, what's that smell?
As you head further into the manor, you're hit with a very pungent and sour odor. It almost burns the interior of your nostrils every time you inhale.
Well, we're here.
You look around the manor and don't see anyone nearby.
Looks like Lord Sanctus isn't home at the moment. Perhaps we should try looking somewhere else.
A long flight of stairs leads to the upper parts of Von Sanctus's manor. You're a bit tempted to snoop around, but it'd be best to not take such risks.
Repario Arcanum.
Here we go. We mustn't let such idealistic notions throw our nation into chaos! You arrive
you
at
arrive at town square.
Oh, yep. You could do that.
Cool. You arrive at town square and see Lord Von Sanctus speaking to several spectators from a podium.
Where's Lord Von Sanctus?
He appears to be giving some sort of speech. You do your best to remain hidden from his view while you listen in.
Please understand, the actions of the nobility seem callous. However, we only have your best interests at heart. The controversy with the Dragogen Trading Company is just one of the many examples. The so-called unions that men like him support may seem appealing, but they only obfuscate and hinder the nobility from protecting the working class. Men like Stefanik Dragogen are merely charlatans. They only seek financial gain by strong-arming your true benefactors.
True benefactors? What a joke.
I knew that Von Sanctus was wary of Dracogen, but I never expected him to be this zealous about getting rid of him. I think it's less about Dracogen specifically, and more about what he represents. What do you mean? The Dracogen Trading Company has presented tangible proof that its policies are both effective and profitable. Even businesses that have no affiliation with him have started following his example. Von Sanctus is merely a relic of the past. And I think he knows that his archaic ideals won't survive in this landscape.
I can only hope that our grand kingdom recognizes this danger as I have. Ring!
The pompous noble leaves the podium as his citizens ponder the words. Ugh, what a load of garbage. It's obvious that Von Sanctus knows his days are numbered.
But look at what happened. We let the common folk set their own standards and a young man died.
I guess you got a point there. Saw Von Sanctus get into a carriage shortly after his speech.
A cage.
God damn it. It appears to be heading back to the manor.
You know what? We haven't examined it around here.
Oh, I guess I was right.
Let's start with some kind of daredevil.
That's Ferdinand Dumont, a famous stunt performer and physicist. I heard he used to run shows here. I heard he used to run shows here several decades ago. He'd always jump over large obstacles or crevices in some kind of wheeled vehicle. I heard he even tried creating flying machines near the end of his career.
Flying machines?
Yeah, I heard he didn't even use magic to make them fly. He just used a couple of sticky pistons and observers, and it's a shame that the kingdom hasn't tried. What? It's a shame the king.
You know what you did.
It's a shame the kingdom hasn't tried to develop his research further. It was a good joke. Several businesses have opened up since the last time I came here, and they all seem to be pretty busy.
The blockade is preventing people from leaving the city. The local shops will probably be getting a lot more business until the Kingsguard lets us out.
I'm still really confused by the blockade. Why?
Yeah, that
Preparing
is.
Arcanum.
There isn't a solid reason why. Like, unless it's because of like the Crown Prince and his missing ship and stuff like that.
I mean, maybe. I don't feel
like
like that's a good enough reason, though.
I honestly am leaning. But if they knew there was a Merv, and why would it not be?
It's a whole mess. We'll figure it out.
Anyways, we saw Von Sanctus heading back here. We should be able to speak with him soon.
Wait, Tyrion, isn't he gonna recognize us?
We can't really avoid that if we want to question him. We need to speak with him directly. But even a noble like him would have to act civilly with the Crown Prince present.
You mean like how you civilly embarrassed and insulted him a few days ago?
Right, you completely forgot about the chess tournament. Well, it's not as if we can hide our identities from him.
Unless the Crown Prince has illusionary disguise.
Isn't he illusion magic?
No, he's conjuration, but the people from a school of magic can still learn other schools' magic spells.
Yeah. I faced him in the chess tournament, and I'm Dracoden's attorney. He knows what we look like.
What we look like? Wait, that's it!
Hey, my idea worked. I
What?
think.
Lucio.
When did you learn that?
Oh, wait, what are you... She did say that she learned, like, several more spells.
Yes, but I'm just surprised.
Wow. That's quite impressive, Celeste.
Right, I'm impressing that one.
What are you two talking about?
What does he look like?
I think you should see for yourself. Prince gestures towards a nearby mirror in the hallway.
Who did we turn into?
You reluctantly approach it. Just what did Celeste do to you? What?
Who?
Oh my
This guy.
God, it's this guy. Why do it look... Oh, fuck. What was the voice I gave him? I think it was just a deeper, normal voice.
Yeah,
Why do I look like Russ Rudolph?
the red-nosed reindeer.
It looks great, right? Now I can drive a cage. Eris taught that.
Oh.
Oh no.
Eris taught that one to me.
Do you honestly expect him to fall for this? Probably a powerful mage. She'll see right through this.
Are you telling me that the Crown Prince is here? Why didn't you notify me sooner?
You hear Von Sanctus shouting his attendant from down the hallway. He seems to be quickly heading this way.
Uh-oh.
You might want to disguise yourself as well, Celeste. Don't encourage her. This is extremely illegal.
Who gives a shit?
Right,
Look, you should just dispel this ridiculous disguise and... He's almost here.
Oh, I can't think of anyone.
I'm terribly sorry for keeping your highness waiting.
Lucio.
Oh, is it going to be Timora?
Stealing, maybe? What was that?
What are you talking about?
I could have sworn that I heard something. Text box!
God damn it. I didn't hear anything either. You must be imagining things. Scaled fucking Lord help us. Of all people she could have chosen.
This is gonna go great.
At least she's able to mimic her voice well
Oh
enough
my
to do
god,
it.
the bit. Oh, Lady Steelwind, I wasn't expecting you until much later.
Well, I do not answer to you. I shall do as I shall please. I shall do as I shall please. That's a
That is
weird line.
I shall do as I shall please. Well, I mean, she would talk kind of fancy like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, I suppose you have a habit of doing that.
Surprisingly, it doesn't look like he's seen through your disguises.
He's a fucking dumbass.
No, he is Waluigi.
Oh, come on.
He must have other things on his must have other things on his mind if his guard is down like this.
Just give him a rose.
Anyways, Lord Von Sanctus, pardon this interruption. I came to pay my respects.
I am honored by your majesty's presence. Unfortunately, I'm quite busy with administrative matters at the moment.
Who was he to show hospitality to the heir of a throne?
Oh, I didn't, I wasn't. I suppose I have some time to speak with you.
The conditions aren't ideal, but at least you have Von Sanctus here with you. You should let Prince Aster make small talk with him for a bit. After that, you can subtly bring up the Von Sanctus crest that you found in the vat.
Is this character development? Is Tyrion gonna finally learn how to be subtle about something for once?
Here's my attorney's badge. Me, the butler, an attorney's badge. Can you believe it? They made me an attorney.
Oh, damn it.
You probably shouldn't present things to him while disguised as a butler.
Ah, come on, game. Let me have fun.
I heard about the charges that you brought against the Dracogen Trading Company. Forgive my bluntness, but is everything well within your estate?
Oh, that. I am simply cleaning house, nothing more. I've dealt with plenty of men like Dragogen before, and this time will be no different.
I understand they may be taking businesses away from you. But does it really warrant you taking such drastic measures?
It's not just about his business, it's these ideas that he's putting into people's heads. He's allowed these unions to continue existing, and other businesses are following his example. It's absolutely absurd. It's as if the entire world has gone mad.
I see.
The society only functions when the lower class know their place. Damn. Damn.
This dude, his head would be the first to roll. If that's how our society functions, then perhaps it is flawed.
You're still young, Prince Asta. These righteous ideals may sound appealing, but they are the path to disorder. The common folk do not care about the well-being of a kingdom as a whole. They only care about themselves individually. If we allow them to become empowered, they will use that power selfishly.
What, like you have?
Exactly.
It is up to the upper class to maintain order.
I see. By the way, I'm surprised you're representing Lord Von Sanctus, Lady Steelwind. Oh, right.
How is she gonna...
What is he doing? It's already hard enough to maintain this ruse. I know that you recently became a prosecutor, but I never imagined that you'd represent a noble. Don't get ahead of yourself, Aster. What does that even mean?
That's not to be coy, Lady Steelwind. You must know, Your Majesty, how Steelwind and I came to an arrangement. The fair lady is so keen on wasting her talents on civil work. Given that, I might as well utilize her to my benefit.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Do not speak to her like that.
You know what I'm noticing? This pose looks really
Very
similar.
Timora-esque.
No. It looks really similar to Celeste. Like the exact same facial expressions, the exact same pose. I know, like they could have just reused assets and just traced over, but
I think it looks more like Timora when she's pissed.
you know, you could be right. I think it's just the white hair that's confusing me. Oh, I meant no disrespect. But rest assured, this is only temporary. I'm so suspicious of everyone. I'm making theories everywhere.
Just flying, acting like everybody's heiress. Fuck everybody. Shut it down. She can't beat us if we don't play the game. I see. Save an arrangement with Lucio Steelwind. Oh. It seems that Aster is collecting his own information. By the way, Lord Von Sanctus, have any of your attendants gone missing lately?
That's an oddly specific question, but no, all of my attendants are accounted for.
You don't see any dissonant thoughts from BI. But he could be unconsciously shielding himself from it.
I must ask, why would you ask such a question?
See, I actually found a discarded trinket while walking around the city. It had a crest of House Von Sanctus on it. I was worried that something unsavory might have happened to one of your people.
Ah, I see. I suppose you must be on edge after what happened to your ship. However, items with the Von Sanctus crest are quite common nowadays.
Really?
The item that you found must have been a product produced by Von Sanctus Industries.
An item produced by Von Sanctus Industries?
Oh. It is a construct, because House Von Sanctus is the one that make them.
Oh.
They're the ones that produce and distribute them.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
it was a construct.
So the Von Sanctus crest is on some of the items produced by your company?
Not just some of the items. The Von Sanctus crest is engraved on every product created by Von Sanctus Industries. As a result, people have come to associate the quality of our products with the quality of House Von Sanctus. Or at least they did until hacks like Dracogen came out of the woodwork.
So in other words, it's just branding. What type of products does Von Sanctus Industries produce?
We used to produce magical accessories from ages, but now we produce all manner of products. As the head of commerce in our kingdom, we diversified our holdings.
Oh. Yeah, that means that metal shard could have come from anything. It seems this line of questioning led to a dead end. Damn it, is it really impossible to identify where the shard came from? Do you sell your products to the Dracogen Trading Company?
Ooh. Yes, of course I do. Despite my misgivings of Dracogen, it would be foolish of me if I didn't do business with them.
That means that there are Von Sanctus products in the Arcane refinery. You've called Von Sanctus Industries after all. That's true. The metal shard could not have come. Oh my god. That's true. But the metal shard could have been from some sort of industrial tool.
Just what are you implying, Lady Steelwind?
Would you have nervousness through the eye? Does he know something? Hard to get so defensive over a question like that. Was there a Von Sanctus product in the refinery the night of the murder?
Well, that's
very specific.
that's as subtle as a truck.
Oh. She misspoke and said murder instead of accident. But that is evoking a reaction. Answer the question, Vaughn. Celeste attempts to loudly slam the tip of her cane on the ground. Only to realize that her cane isn't actually real. She loses her balance and tips over a nearby vase.
Oh,
The vase shatters on the ground, creating quite a mess of broken shards and water.
Man.
Lady Steelwind, are you okay? Celeste immediately regains her balance and tries to act as if nothing happened. I'm not paying for that.
No! Wah!
Lord Von Sanctus completely loses his composure and recoils at the sight of a broken vase.
No, my roses! Construct, I require your assistance. Acknowledged!
Sigh before that. In response to Von Sanctus' call, an arcane construct walks out from a nearby closet.
Construct, clean up this mess at once.
He seems very disturbed by the mess. Is he some sort of clean freak?
I mean, he carries around a handkerchief, so...
Oh.
Acknowledged!
Construct begins quickly picking up shards of the broken vase. You own an arcane construct?
I do. Von Sanctus Industries is the inventor of arcane constructs, after all.
Right, you recall Celeste mentioning that earlier.
Would you like one, Your Highness?
My apologies. I'm not very interested in using artificery.
Suit yourself.
In any case, oh my god. In any case, I'm afraid Lady Steelwood must be taking her leave now. What? Remember? You said that you could only accompany me for 1 hour.
Ah.
It's close to being 1 hour, right, Lady Steelwood? What are you?
Come on, Celeste. Come on, pick up the signal.
Oh, right. 1 hour.
There you go.
It would definitely not be good for us to be here for more than 1 hour. Oh, does the illusion only ask for 1 hour? In the meantime, may I discuss some personal matters with you, Lord Von Sanctus?
Of course, I'm at your disposal, Your Majesty.
You raised an eyebrow at the prince. It appears they didn't come here to just help you. But do you suppose that you've gotten all the information you need out of Von Sanctus? It's time to move on to the next lead. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, that was a bit too close for comfort.
Well, at least no one saw through our disguises. Are you an attendant here? Please, notify Lord San. Please notify Lord Von Sanctus and I.
Oh, well, this is gonna get confusing. The real Arya Steelwind walks through the front door of the manor just as you're about to exit. She immediately... This is gonna be so funny. She immediately stops in her tracks upon meeting her doppelganger.
A burrito. Oh.
With one spell, Steelwind dispels the illusions over you and Celeste. Upon seeing who you really are, she lets out an irritated sigh.
Is impersonating the Steelwind some kind of hobby for you, Miss McCoy?
She looks really angry this time.
No, there's a really good reason for us doing this.
Let me guess, you wanted to interrogate Von Sanctus about him knowing who you really were.
No.
Lying about your name is one matter, but impersonating a noble using magic is a serious crime.
Tyrion, help please.
Are you seriously gonna have to defend her in court again? Oh, it's Maya all over again. You quickly think of a way to defuse this situation.
Sorry for the wait, you two. I have to discuss... Lady Steelwind.
Great. According to Aster, Steelwind despises him. Knowing that he was a part of this will just make things worse. Oh my...
God damn. Your Majesty? Oh, why is he here?
This fucking music.
I know.
What?
Oh, I see you dispelled their disguises. You knew about this?
Aster steps between you and Steelwind. It seems that he's trying to calm her down. For better or for worse, her attention is firmly focused on him.
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect you. No, that's not why I...
This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous.
This case...
Dude,
Holy
what is with like the rom-com moments? What's going on?
Plot, the rom-com B plot, when it's like, oh hey, this guy fell in a pit of acid. Whoopsie, let's kiss.
Oh man.
They pulled this ruse under my orders. Could you please look the other way, just this once? Okay. Thank you, Lady Steelwind. I won't forget this.
So... I'm confused on how he thinks that she despises him, because he seems like a pretty smart guy. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck? I need to go.
Well, that was certainly something.
I'm sorry to see that.
What?
As I said before, she absolutely did.
You're a...
God,
Wow.
it's just a rom-com. It's just a
Bro.
rom-com now.
Dude. This is the oblivious main character right here.
Yeah. You saw it, didn't you? She could barely look me in the eye.
Oh my god.
In any case, we're starting to run out of time. We should head back to the refinery.
Oh, we still don't know where the metal shard came from.
From what Von Sanctus told us, I don't think we can find out exactly where it came from. If each of Von Sanctus' products has that crest, it could be a number of things. But hopefully Jakujin can help us narrow that list down. If it did come from some kind of industrial tool, he might be able to check if any of the refinery's tools are missing. We just hope that he can provide you with some sort of lead. Fuck, that was funny.
Holy shit.
That was hilarious.
Oh, God. Dude, if we get Aster in the courtroom and she gets all lovey-dovey on the frickin' attorney stand.
That's... Bro,
Oh, goodness.
I didn't expect her to be so... Whatever. I've given up on trying to understand.
Oh, hello again, Mr. Cuthbert. Hope you have good news.
Well, actually, you take some time to explain to Jakujin what you found during your investigation. You're still uncertain about the identity of the victim, second victim. That metal shard with the Von Sanctus crest is your best lead right now.
I see.
With that said, do you have any tools that you've purchased from Von Sanctus Industries?
I do. He personally sold me quite a few when I first arrived in the city. I haven't purchased a security system for the refining building from...
Really? Did you purchase anything else from him?
Well, he also tried to sell me some of those arcane constructs. Told me I could be the first person in Aranax to own such innovative technology. But I turned him down.
Really? But they seem so useful.
I don't feel comfortable trusting machines to handle the work here.
Fair enough.
Those constructs require very specific instructions, and they lack common sense.
That's true. We saw how unreliable they could be during the Nightgrave case.
He he heavily emphasized how exclusive this deal would be for me. Looking back on it, he was probably trying to make me dependent on his services.
Yeah, I guess you made the right choice by refusing the offer.
Oh,
What?
I don't know if you remember from the beginning, or like when he was throwing, well, presumably throwing Justin to the vat, or like, but like, it was like, I think, what was it? It was like, oh, you imbecile, or like, you can't do anything right, or something like that. I think it was the construct. He was like with a construct that was throwing Justin in.
I can't remember. I cannot remember. Anyways, have any of the tools from Von Sanctus Industries been reported missing?
The Inquisition actually asked me the same question, so it took some time today to check my inventory.
Like, I know the exact scene you're talking about, but I don't remember anything from it.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember exactly what he said either. I just remember there was something about like one of the people calling the other one an idiot or something like that.
Why would the Inquisition ask him for that? Did Steelwind come to the same conclusion that you did?
There was one tool that was unaccounted for.
Really? What kind of tool was it?
A rod of mending. It's a large tool that we use to repair damage on machines.
A tool for repairs? How large was it?
Quite large, actually. It's called a rod, but it's more like a large cylindrical tool. Requires 2 people to properly carry and use it.
Wait, a repair tool like that would use transportation magic, right?
That's right.
What if a rod of mending was the thing that weakened the guardrail?
Is that possible, Dracogen?
Suppose that is possible. Now that you mention it, I recall there being a way to reverse its effects.
You never even considered that transmutation traces were left by an artificery tool. That does lift some suspicion off of Aster. Requires 2 people to use it.
Interesting.
Someone could have sabotaged that rail with the rod. And they might have thrown it into the vat to cover their tracks.
But it didn't completely dissolve. That would mean they threw the rod in close to when Justin fell off the walkway. It can't be a coincidence that these 2 events happened so close to each other.
And we still have no idea who actually broke the guardrail. We didn't find a second body in the vat, and we don't have evidence that proves a second victim even exists.
Feels as if we have more questions than answers at the moment.
We've learned a few new facts about the case, though, and the Inquisition has verified the traces of transmutation on the guardrail. The burden of proof is still in the prosecution to prove that Dracogen is at fault. Even if Steelwind has a proper explanation for that, I can counter her with the facts we've learned thus far.
I just hope that this trial goes as smoothly as they're describing.
It rarely ever does, but knowing that would just needlessly stress him out.
Regardless, I appreciate the work that you've done thus far. I'll leave things in your very capable hands.
You just hope that you don't encounter any more curveballs tomorrow.
Damn, you managed to avoid voicing Rika, dude.
Thank God. Yes! Yes! Yep. Let's do it. Court is now resumed for the trial of Stefanik Dracogen. Let us review the proceedings from 2 days ago. At first, the facts of this case seemed very straightforward. The victim, Justin Wade, put his weight on a poorly maintained guardrail on the refinery grounds. Said guardrail broke, causing Justin Wade to fall to his death. However, the defense presented a shocking piece of evidence in the previous proceedings. Traces of transmutation magic were found on that same broken guardrail. This new evidence implies that sabotage, if not outright foul play, played a part in the death of the victim. This evidence is also accompanied by conflicting testimonies from witnesses. While these elements have thrown quite some doubt on the validity of the prosecution's case.
Yes, however, the prosecution maintained that the Dracogen Trading Company is at fault for Justin Wade's death.
Even though someone may have sabotaged the guardrails.
Prosecution acknowledges that sabotage may have occurred at the scene of the accident. However, we also believe that there are several factors in this case that the court is overlooking. As we all know, several witnesses were present at the refinery at the time of the accident. The harbor master was showing a patron around the refinery. Rika Tudor was making a food delivery and entered the building. And of course, the victim, Justin Way, was obviously present as well. Each and every one of these people had no business being in the refinery that night.
In the case of the harbor master and his patron, it would be hardly reasonable for anyone to stop them. You doubt anyone would stand in the way of the Crown Prince.
That may be, but Justin Way worked in the freight division and should not have been at the scene.
I've already verified this with my client. The victim was not authorized to be in the refinery building.
And who stopped Justin Way from entering the area unauthorized? Isn't it the defendant's duty to prevent such individuals from entering the building?
My client can't be held responsible for Justin's breach of the set protocols. And you surely can't hold my client responsible for someone sabotaging the guardrail.
This so-called sabotage is only theoretical until a proper culprit is found.
I might be compelled to agree with you, Miss Steelwind. After all, there's no hard evidence that proves that the traces of transmutation were left by a specific spell.
What kind of mental gymnastics is that? Every part of the guardrail traces on her is rusted.
They're bending the context of what happened to suit their purposes. Hard evidence means everything here, and the rod of mending has been reduced to shards in the vat. Without the complete rod, you can't prove that someone used it to sabotage the guardrail.
Regardless, it is not the responsibility of a Dracogen trading company to ensure that his employees do not wander into restricted areas. Blaming a potential saboteur puts the cart before the horse. Doesn't just stop with Justin Way either. Why was Rika Tudor able to enter the building? She doesn't even work at a refinery, yet she was able to walk into the building without any trouble.
Actually, Steelwind does have a point about Rika. Shouldn't something have stopped her from entering that area? You doubt that Dracogen would show that kind of negligence. If that's true, I believe we should hear from Miss No! I believe that we should hear from Miss Tudor directly. Let's see how easily she can access the refinery and the internet.
We've already anticipated that.
Oh, did you?
Rika Tudor is prepared and ready to testify.
Very well then. Bailiff, please escort Miss Tudor to the stand. Fuck.
Miss Tudor, are you aware of why you've been called here today?
To cause Noah pain! Yeah, I heard everything from the gallery.
Then you'll have no problem answering the following question. Did you encounter resistance when you entered the refinery the night of the accident? Witness, may I remind you that you are under oath to tell the court everything that you know. Failure to do so is a crime.
No one tried to stop me. Sorry, Tyrion.
You have nothing to apologize for, witness. The only one at fault is the Dracogen Trading Company and their negligence.
Hey, that's...
For the record, please testify in detail about how you entered the refinery that day, Miss Tudor.
Okay. That day, I was looking for Justin in the freight area, but I couldn't find him. I decided to look for him in the refinery's main building. There was some kind of magical door leading into it, but it was unlocked. Nothing really stopped me from entering the refinery building.
Didn't Dracogen say that he bought a security system?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. As you can clearly see, there were no safeguards preventing the witness from entering that restricted area.
The witness clearly stated that there was a magical door leading into the building. This was obviously some kind of security door powered by artificery.
Which was still unlocked and effectively useless.
Damn it, there must be a way to prove that the unlocked door wasn't Dracogen's fault. Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination.
You were there to deliver his dinner to him, am I correct?
Yeah, he was usually in the freight area around that time. I was surprised when I didn't see him there. I was a little worried, so...
Seems strange that you go looking for him. Why not just leave the food of one of his coworkers?
I thought of that, but I also wanted to make sure that he was okay. I was the one that helped him get this job in the first place. It wouldn't look good if he left in the middle of a shift.
How did you enter the refinery building, Miss Tudor? By magical door, do you mean that it was door powered by artificery?
Yeah, I have a door like it in my restaurant too. But this one looked a lot more complex.
Why would you or Dracogen need magical doors anyways?
The one in my cafe magically locks the shop when I close it for the day. I guess the door to the refinery building is for the same thing.
And that means that there was a mechanism to keep out unauthorized personnel, which was effectively useless. The witness entered the refinery and encountered zero resistance. Furthermore, the Inquisition has already logged the specs for the door.
Oh, okay. The only entrance magical keys can be used to unlock the door for 5 seconds. After these 5 seconds, the lock automatically closes the door. It can only be disabled by the main guy himself.
Yeah.
The door could be physically prevented from closing, but this would trigger an alarm.
Interesting. Did you use a key to unlock the door, Miss Tudor?
No, I didn't.
As you can see from this report, Stefan Dracogen was the only person capable of disabling the lock.
I guess Mr. Dracogen kept the door unlocked during work hours.
This means that it's entirely Dracogen's fault for the victim gained access to the building in the first place.
Wait, that's not what I meant to...
But that is what you implied. Unless you can prove that another person disabled that door. Wasn't Justin good at lockpicking or something? Because he
Ooh, you have a good point.
Because he was coming to like. I think is it in the gold bar?
He owned a set of lock picking and safe cracking tools, and it disable magical locks.
Yeah.
Yep, we got it.
Oh, sorry, I was lagging a little bit. You can't refute that statement yet, but you might be able to work with this new information. Regardless, please add that last statement to your testimony, witness.
All right.
It's quite the leap in logic. The specs of a door state that the lock can only be disabled by Stephanic Dracogen.
Sorry, but I can't think of any other reason why it would be disabled. I mean, I get it. Sometimes I forget the key to my shop. It becomes a real headache when I get locked out.
I suppose that makes sense, but why would Dracogen really do something like that? The lock is designed to be disabled only by Dracogen. Or perhaps someone did something to bypass that. Are you sure you're not forgetting any obstacles that you encountered?
Yeah, I feel like she's being really suspicious. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like she's holding something back and not telling us something. Is it just me? Did she know about his plan?
That's... Well, then she would have been by Justin the whole time, yeah?
Yeah, maybe, but...
No, I would have remembered something like that. If someone told me I wasn't supposed to be there, I would have just left.
She seems sincere about that. It was probably an honest mistake.
Rika didn't even realize that she'd entered a restricted area.
But the fact that she was able to enter it so easily is definitely strange. Dracogen must have had precautions to prevent such a thing from happening.
Maybe the employees got lazy and disabled the lock against his orders.
It's possible, but would Dracogen really allow something like that to happen?
No.
Yeah, we gotta press this plan on... Yeah.
Objection!
Miss Steelwind, you claim that my client expressed negligence by disabling the door. This is the reason why the security door was unlocked, and why the current witness was able to enter the building. That's correct. Your client's negligence allowed unauthorized persons like Justin Wade to gain access to the building. And regardless of any sabotage, Justin Wade died because he was in said unauthorized area. And what if I told you that another person may have disabled the door? Oh, I'm lagging. Not because of laziness, but for more nefarious purposes. What are you talking about? You recall the witness entered the refinery building and spotted Justin away afterward. This means that Just Away entered the building before her. So that begs the question, how did Just Away enter the building? The answer is obvious. He entered the same way the witness did, through the unlocked door. Not quite, Miss Steelwind. Since this trial began, we still haven't answered why Just Away entered the refinery building in the first place. He entered the refinery building with the intent of robbing my client's personal safe.
I was eating. Well, she looks like her mouth is full right now, so.
I already told you, Tyrion. He would never do something like that.
I feel a little guilty about insulting a dead man's name like this. But it's the only possibility that makes sense. Sorry, Rika, but there are things about Justin that even you didn't know about. Truth is that he was deeply in debt to a crime lord named the Eye Taker. He was extremely desperate to wipe that debt as soon as he could.
Crime lord?
Oh, well, she's shook by that.
I want to ask how you came across this information, Mr. Cuthbert. But what does this have to do with the disabled magical lock? Miss Steelwind, just owned a set of tools that he used for picking mundane and magical locks. The safe that he was planning to rob was located in my client's office within the refinery building. I have witnesses who saw Justin retrieve those tools shortly before the night of the accident. He clearly had a plan to disable any locks that stood between him and that safe. This means that it's entirely possible that Justin disabled the locked refinery door illegally.
We're not actually gonna bring them in, are we?
Oh,
the hooligans?
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, I'm kind of bluffing right now. You basically assaulted one of them.
Tyrion, you can't say anything.
We both assaulted him, Tyrion!
She says that if that absolves her of any guilt.
Hold on a minute! You can't just accuse him like that when he can't defend himself!
I'm sorry, Rika, but his delinquent friends told me about his plan. He didn't want to rob Drakgen, but he needed the gold to wipe away. If Justa wasn't the one that disabled that lock, that would only leave Drakgen.
But there has to be an explanation where neither of them is guilty.
She definitely believes in Justin. But a scenario where both Justin and Drakgen are innocent is too optimistic, if not impossible. But it's not as if you're entirely certain of what actually happened that day either. Alright, Rika, you knew Justin better than I did. Let's assume that you're correct. Neither Justin nor Drakgen disabled blocks that day. How did either of you enter the refinery then?
Well, someone must have disabled it before then. Oh, wait, let me think through this.
Something's fishy.
Oh, because it's a the Von Strauss lock or whatever.
Von Strauss?
Yeah, I fucking forgot what his last name
Von
is.
Sanctus.
Fuck.
Many people could have disabled the locks. Maybe one of the employees got lazy and forcefully broke it.
What? Why? No, that...
There was also this nobleman who was with Mr. Morrison. He's a mage and he could have used magic to do it.
Okay, why are you just, like, randomly blaming people now? What?
She just pulls out, like, a Pepe Sylvia, like, board and just has, like, red lines everywhere of, like, oh, this is the person who could have done it, and this person, and she just implicates the entire town.
It could also have been one of the mainstream maintenance constructs. I saw one working on the machines. Maybe one of them broke the lock.
Jesus
He doesn't
Christ.
have constructs. He doesn't have constructs.
Yeah, Arya, I'm with you on this one. Why is she blaming, like, everybody in their dog? Like,
Yeah. No, I can barely even begin to point out all the issues of your theories, Miss Tudor. If you recall, the entrance lock can only be disabled by Stephanic Drakgen. Even Mr. Cooper's theory makes more sense than your list of suspects.
wow.
She's right. It doesn't matter how many suspects she presents. None of them have the credentials to disable the lock. So why do you feel like there's something else wrong with her testimony? The defense would still like to exercise the right to cross-examine the witness. What a waste of time.
While the court agrees with Miss Stewart, we also recognize Mr. Cuthbert's right to cross-examination. However, I will not allow the defense to waste the court's time. If nothing substantial is gained from your cross-examination, I will not hesitate to end it early.
Understood, Your Honor.
Do we have a penalty bar now? Or... Doesn't look like it. You know, just to be safe.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty confident I know what we're supposed to present.
Yeah, I still want to press everything because I want to see all the dialogue.
Yeah.
He didn't purchase any, so how would you...
Yes. Yeah.
We'll present that in a second, okay?
But as I've said before, Jack Dunn is the only person to legally disable the lock. And Just Away was the only person who had the skill set to disable it illegally.
Well, how do you know that someone else didn't have tools like that?
Certainly possible, but unlikely. The ability to pick a magical lock seems like a rare skill for anyone to have. And as far as you know, no one else was there unauthorized that day. Except for maybe Astor and Morrison.
Oh yeah, do we still... why was Mr. Morrison there? Do we know that? Was he just being shown around the refinery for some reason?
I don't know. Steelman, did the Inquisition find any evidence of physical tampering on the entrance lock? Not at all. Furthermore, if an employee had attempted what the Wiz is describing, it would have set off a refinery security system. Sorry, Eureka.
Well...
I forgot that was me.
The Hovermaster's companion would have no reason to perform such an act. Your personal bias may be clouding your judgment, Miss Steelwind. This isn't merely an
Extrapolation.
Yeah. This isn't merely an extrapolation based on his character, Mr. Cuthbert. The nobleman in question had the legal authority to enter the building. He wouldn't need to resort to such underhanded tactics. Alright, as the Crown Prince, he could legally enter the Arcane Refinery if he wanted to. In fact, that's probably how he entered in the first place. You would probably know that since you two seem so close to each other.
Oh my god, you're jealous. Bro.
Is she jealous of our relationship with Astor? Maybe it'd be best to avoid bringing up Astor with her. Maintenance construct?
You know, those magically animated suits of armor.
Oh, she must have seen an arcane construct while she was explaining the refinery.
Impossible.
Arcane constructs only perform the actions that they're ordered to do. And a construct in the Arcane Refinery would only take orders from their administrator, Stephanic Dracogen. Unless you want to apply that Stephanic Dracogen ordered the construct to break lock. May I remind you that the prosecution that constructs are prone to error and misinterpretation of their orders? Perhaps this construct accidentally broke the lock while carrying out its usual orders. The Inquisition found no evidence of physical tampering on the lock. And even if they had, the security system would have been alerted the moment this happened.
Well, I guess you have a lot of contradicting statements to work with this time.
Yeah, I need to find a contradiction that's not so readily apparent.
One that's not apparent.
What about a child?
God damn it, I was about to say the same joke.
There's another contradiction in her testimony?
Not sure, but I can't help but feel like something she said that doesn't fit with what we know already. Ignore the list of suspects and focus on the other details. She observed a lot that day, so something must be off of her observations.
I don't know. I feel like this contradiction is pretty obvious, but...
It's very obvious.
Objection!
Wait, that can't be right, can it? Rika, you said you saw a maintenance construct inside the refinery building? Are you sure that it was an arcane construct?
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on them in Von Sanctus catalogs, but they're not available to the public yet.
When you saw this arcane construct, what was it doing?
I'm not exactly sure, but it looked like it was doing maintenance on the machines.
Maintenance on the machines? But it shouldn't have been there in the first place. What was it doing there? More importantly, who sent it there? Where are you going this, Mr. Cuthbert? As I've said before, an arcane construct owned by the defendant wouldn't have disabled the lock. I agree, a construct owned by my client wouldn't have done that. But arcane constructs are extremely rare and not available to the general public yet. Furthermore, they are only produced and sold by Von Sanctus Industries. Lloyd Von Sanctus personally sold several products to the Dracogen Trading Company. However, when offered the opportunity to purchase the arcane constructs, my client turned him down. What? My client disliked the construct's flawed intelligence. He didn't want them working in the refinery. He turned down Lord Von Sanctus's offer in favor of utilizing human labor.
Wait, then why did I see a construct there?
Exactly. My client did not own any constructs, so why did the witness see one there? Or to phrase the question differently, who sent that construct there? Who? Why would anyone send an arcane construct into the refinery? First, let's consider the rarity of arcane constructs. They are highly experimental and not available to the public yet. With all these elements in mind, only one person in the city of Arnox could have done this. Wait! You can't possibly mean...
Wait, it's Waluigi time.
I do, Miss Steelwind. Who sent the arcane construct? Few individuals had access to an arcane construct. And even fewer had the ability to disable the locked door without alerting the security system.
It was Detective Dick Gumshoe!
Only one individual could have done everything that I described. Lloyd Von Sanctus, the noble lord of Aranax.
Bro. Every single case we've gone after a noble, this...
No, you can't be serious. Are you accusing Lord Von Sanctus of illegally sending a construct into the Arcane Refinery? What possible reason would he have to do that? When Rika saw the construct, she said that it was working on the machines. That construct was sent by Von Sanctus. It didn't actually work for Dracogen. Wait, could that mean... Rika, when you saw the construct in the refinery, was it carrying anything?
Yeah, actually. It was carrying a large cylindrical machine, and it looked pretty heavy.
Like it would normally need to be held by two people?
Yeah, how did you know?
It all makes sense now. Von Sanctus has been far too aggressive in pushing these charges. It wasn't because he was desperate to get rid of Dracogen. It was because he needed to cover up what actually happened.
Mr. Cuthbert, where are you going with this?
You see, Your Honor, the tool that the witness saw the construct carrying wasn't just any tool. It was a rod of mending, an artificery tool that channels transmutation magic. Transmutation magic? As in, piss magic?
Oh my god.
Magic that could be used to weaken and sabotage parts of the refinery?
No, are you seriously accusing?
Your Honor, Lord Von Sanctus sent a construct of the Arcane Refinery to sabotage it. In other words, Lord Von Sanctus is responsible for that guardrail break.
I think that's enough out of you, you upstart commoner. Bro, every single killer is always in the gallery, just ready to come up at any moment.
Got nothing better to do.
Hi.
The judge really needs to stop these guys from just barging onto the stand.
That's what I'm saying, man.
To be fair, who's going to stop a noble from a pillar family?
I've had enough of these blatant accusations. If you want to sling mud in my name, you will do it to me directly.
Lord Von Sanctus, I would highly advise against doing this.
Please, do you think I'm like that fool Pierce? The defense's theory is laughable, and I have several pieces of evidence that could pretty easily prove my innocence. He's scared.
He has a good poker face, but the eye is telling you he is a little desperate.
Very well, if the defense wishes to accuse you, I see no harm in allowing you to defend yourself. The court would very much like to hear your testimony on the matter.
It is possible to order a construct to complete a complex list of tasks, but doing so is ill-advised. I'm sure you observed this with the Nightgrave trial. Constructs are extremely prone to error when completing a long list of tasks. According to defense, the saboteur stole a rod of mending and used it to sabotage very specific sections of the refinery. I would never trust a construct to discreetly complete such an intricate set of tasks unsupervised. Before you ask, I was miles away from the refinery at the time of the accident. I have several associates who can confirm this alibi. Huh.
Very
Interesting.
convenient.
Therefore, I had no way of observing this construct from afar. Nor did I have... Oh, no, you did. You did. Nor did I have any way to communicate with it.
That actually makes a lot of sense. An accurate trial revealed the risks of ordering a construct to commit a crime. But nevertheless, Rika saw a construct at the refinery that day. That's indisputable. He definitely gave the construct a complex list of tasks to sabotage the refinery. That raises one question. How did he account for the construct error-prone logic?
Six statements.
Is that not a massive flaw in the construct's design?
Artificery can only do so much. It's difficult enough to create magical items that respond to verbal commands, but our magic is still not advanced enough to replicate the common sense of a living creature. The arcane construct is still a marvelous invention. You really need to supervise them if you give them complex tasks.
But regardless, you admitted that it is possible.
Yes, but...
Are you referring to what happened to Theodore Redmond's construct?
I am. It goes without saying that the constructs weren't designed to aid and abet murder, but they also weren't designed to carry out such a long list of tasks unsupervised. A lot of Redmond's orders fell well outside the construct's intended usage. He ordered it to transport a human body from one point to another, and even ordered it to play audio to make itself look like a person. I'm sure you know how that ended.
He's right, the construct encountered unforeseen circumstances and failed to complete its tasks. But as the construct's creator, Von Sanctus knew that such circumstances would be unavoidable. So how did he get around that? That's correct. As chairman of Von Sanctus Industries, you would have the resources and know how to use it in such a way.
Yes, I suppose I would. But you forget that I couldn't have been there personally.
Perhaps you were desperate enough to take a chance like that.
Please, I'll admit that I find Dragogen to be a nuisance to my holdings, but I was hardly in a position to resort to such desperate tactics.
That does make sense. You suppose that he was never planning for things to come back to him? If Celeste hadn't cast detect magic, no one would have known that someone used magic within the refinery. And I suppose you wouldn't mind having these associates testify before the court? Lord Von Sanctus was discussing the blockade being put around the city.
What? Really? Steelwind?
I won't go into detail about what they discussed, but the Kingsguard, City Watch, Arcane Inquisition, and myself were present. We can all confirm that he was present at the meeting. Although his behavior was quite erratic that day.
Interesting you say that. How can I not? You people have no care for personal hygiene. It took my retainers hours to disinfect the area.
Can we please stay on subject?
Right, anyways. He is such a clean freak.
He is. What if a construct wasn't actually active? You could have had one of your servants don the construct as a disguise.
It is extremely dangerous to wear the construct like a suit of armor. You may get spring-trapped. I know. It almost always ends in severe injury and death in the worst case. I mean, come on. The joke is right there. Furthermore, this supposed construct would have needed to carry and use a rod of mending. I have many capable servants, but none of them have superhuman strength.
Right, your theory only makes sense if the construct was the one carrying the rod.
His argument makes a lot of sense, actually. He wouldn't trust a construct to sabotage the refinery alone, especially if there was such a big risk.
Oh shit, my bad.
No, that's fine. But regardless of what he says, Rika did see a construct there that day. You definitely take a risk like that. So he must have had a way to ensure that the construct completed its task correctly. He's noble from a pillar family, and he's probably an accomplished mage. Could he have used that somehow?
Game, we get the hint. We get it. We get it. Okay.
The only spell that we have. Von Sanctus, you testified that there was no way for you to observe and communicate with the construct, correct? Oh. Am I correct?
Yes, I was at that meeting with Steelman for that entire day. Anyone there could testify to that fact.
I'm not disputing your so-called alibi, but it's not as airtight as you might think. What are you talking about? I was there at that meeting, Mr. Cuthbert. Lord Von Sanctus may have been absent of mind, but he was there physically. Uh-oh. Absent in mind, so his attention wasn't focused on the meeting. Which means that his attention was somewhere else. Suppose you're correct, Miss Steelwind, but I still have one question for you, Lord Von Sanctus.
Huh? And what would that be?
Are you able to cast a send message spell? What?
Miss
Miss Steelwind, your client...
Oh, yep, that's you.
Miss Steelwind, your client may have been physically at the meeting, but his attention was somewhere else, wasn't it?
I want to just check this spell real quick. It can be,
Yeah.
to an object. Okay.
Could have used a combination of spells to view the construct during the meeting. And it could have used a send message spell to communicate with it over a large distance. If my claim is truly false, your client should have no trouble disproving it with a spell compendium.
Well...
Von Sanctus? You appear to be hesitating, Von Sanctus. Can I assume that you do know how to cast send message? If so, that would punch a gigantic hole in your alibi.
Steelwind, you were there, weren't you? My attention was fully there. You needed a cover for me. The idea that I was communicating with a construct is absurd.
I'm afraid I can't say that, Lord Von Sanctus.
Steelwind?
I did find it odd. Your attention appeared to be elsewhere, despite the gravity of our discussion. And I seem to recall you speaking under your breath the entire time. I'd always just assumed that you were muttering obscenities. But Mr. Cuthbert's explanation does seem possible.
What are you saying? Aren't you obligated to defend me?
I'm obligated to represent you to the best of my ability. I'm not obligated to forge your alibi for you.
You little... Lord Von Sanctus, I'm afraid the court needs an answer. Are you able to cast the send message spell? Fine, I admit it, okay? I am able to cast send message. But that still doesn't prove anything.
His voice betrays a hint of desperation. You have him right where you want him. Now's your opportunity to deal the final blow. So why do you feel so uneasy?
Yeah, this feels too easy.
Yeah,
this doesn't feel right.
There's definitely more going on. There's still two details that don't sit well with you.
When I looked to see what it was, I saw that Justin had tumbled over the guardrail of the walkway.
Rika saw Justin fall over the guardrail, even though Von Sanctus sabotaged it. And please enlighten us, Mr. Cuthbert. How could both their testimonies possibly be true? Well, I think there's only one possible explanation. Both Miss Tudor and Mr. Morrison saw someone fall off the walkway. But the person that Miss Tudor saw and the person that Mr. Morrison saw were two different people.
Okay, so the metallic shards that we found, they're part of the rod. So, where did the construct go?
Yeah. Second person that fell into the vat is still unaccounted for.
That is true. I don't know.
Luckily, you didn't need to prove that the second person existed. But not having an explanation for Astor Morrison's testimony still irks you. However, even if it's not a clean ending, there's only one way forward. And that's revealing Von Sanctus for the petty saboteur that he is.
Final battle time.
Why did you hesitate so long to answer my question, Von Sanctus?
You know very well why I hesitated. Why would I willingly give you evidence? You clearly intend to use it against me.
Regardless, this entirely disproves your alibi. You could have communicated with your construct at the meeting.
By that logic, I could be the mastermind behind every crime that occurs in RNX. Someone else could have sent that construct. I may have had the means to commit this crime, but there are plenty of other individuals that could have sent an Arcane construct. No. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, dumbass.
Von Sanctus, you of all people should know that the Arcane constructs are not available to the public.
Fucking gotcha.
God damn it. When you attempted to sell those constructs to Dracoden, you promised him that he would be the first merchant in Arnex that would own one. Since he refused your offer, that would leave you as the only owner of Arcane contracts in Arnex.
That's... Well, I admit that I may have not been truthful when I made my sales pitch.
So you're saying that you lied to my client?
No, please. Every good businessman knows how to embellish the truth when making a sale. I've sold constructs to other individuals. The truth is that I've sold those constructs to plenty of other individuals in Arnex. If only. It would be too dangerous to sell it to anyone else.
Oh.
You sold it to other people. And you say if only, so I say it contradicts a thought.
Yeah. Frankly, Von Sanctus find that hard to believe. After the Nightgrave trial, you must have been a lot more fearful about who you sold your contracts to. You only tried to sell your contract to Dracoden so that you could control him. You wouldn't have done that otherwise.
Is that so? Then why don't you prove it?
No, Von Sanctus, why don't you prove your statement? Show us any invoice that proves you made a sale to someone in Arnex.
Well, who says that the saboteur lived in Arnex when I made the sale?
Are you serious?
Arnex is a trading hub. Plenty of people come and go from the city. The saboteur could be anyone who secretly entered Arnex. Any one of my customers could have secretly entered the city to count the sabotage.
Blockade.
Idiot.
Present
Idiot.
that blockade. Von Sanctus, you might have been right under other circumstances. But the Kingsguard locked down the city on the day the accident occurred. No one except for a select few individuals could have left or entered the city. And due to the gravity of the situation, the Kingsguard created profiles of everyone within the city. Why don't we cross-reference the records taken by the Kingsguard of a list of individuals you sold constructs to? I suppose from your reaction, that list would come up empty. So why don't you admit to your crimes, Von Sanctus? I'll do it to drag the evidence into court myself.
Wait, drag the evidence into court? Of course, how could I forget?
What?
Why don't you go ahead and do that, Mr. Cuthbert? Bring in your so-called evidence.
I don't know where this confidence is coming from. But we can easily detect the traces of divination and transmutation on the constructs you own.
Assuming that construct still exists, that is.
Wait, that's right. If he used a construct to commit a crime like this, he would have definitely disposed of it by now. Even if in the blockade, Arnex is a gigantic city. With his resources, he could have hidden it anywhere in the city. It would be a needle hidden in a town of haystacks. Unless we have it right here in our hands. With the metal shards.
No, that's the
It could have been
metal
both.
tool.
It could have been both.
I
Because if he
mean,
fell with the tool.
yeah, but there's no way that we could distinguish that. There's no way that we can distinguish it because they both have the brand on it.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but
That's you.
I don't know, maybe they'll bring that up. We still have a testimony of Rika Tudor. And I'm sure many other people saw that construct walking around the refinery.
The common folk can hardly be trusted to recognize complex artificery. Without the actual construct, all you have are several unreliable witnesses. Tell me, Lady Steelwind, can I be convicted of such a serious charge with such evidence?
No, I suppose not. Damn, is he seriously gonna get away with this? No, you still have one card up your sleeve. we could just find out where he disposed of his evidence, you might be able to direct the Inquisition there. Come on, focus on his thoughts, Tyrion. Activate the empowered eye.
Your undignified glaring would do you no favors.
What? Why isn't it working? The Eye of Horus is a powerful tool, Tyrion. But that's twice now that you've used the empowered eye to get out of a corner. If you keep relying on this one trick, you'll never grow as an attorney. One day you'll find a witness that the empowered eye won't work on. Miss Timora was right. You've been relying on the empowered eye too much.
From your silence, I assume that you have no way to rebut my claim. I suppose that makes it checkmate, you upstart commoner. Honestly, I can't believe you would resort to accusing me of manslaughter. What a crass and underhanded tactic. But I suppose I wouldn't expect anything less from a charlatan like you.
Damn it. What the hell are you doing? What?
That look on your face, are you seriously giving up? Well, I've seen you get out of plenty of situations like this. So why are you giving up this time?
I'm sorry, Celeste, but I can't use my usual strategies. There's no way to find evidence that we need.
Seriously? There's always a way, Tyrion. If your usual strategies aren't working, then you just need to do something different.
She's right. You don't need to see directly into his mind to utilize your skills as an attorney. You may not be able to rely on the Eye of Horus this time, but you've always been able to rely on deductive reasoning.
Well, it seems you have no further questions for me, and you clearly don't have a shred of physical evidence to support your claims. I think I'll be taking my leave.
I'm not quite done with you yet, Von Sanctus.
Honestly, your desperation is almost pitiful. You should really learn to lose with dignity, Mr. Cuthbert.
He's the last person you want to hear that from. Calm your mind and focus. You may not be able to read Von Sanctus' mind in a literal sense, but you can still exploit his plan and his actions. Let's explore my theory a little more and see for ourselves if there's no physical evidence. If you wanted to use a construct, you would have needed to maintain constant communication. So to prove that this communication occurred, we would need something that connects you to it. These evidence would connect the murder to Von Sanctus. Some methods can normally only target a person, but arcane constructs probably don't count as people for the purposes of that spell. What piece of evidence would leave that behind?
Hold on. That.
The
Weird.
Rod of Mending.
The Rod of Mending that Lord... that Lloyd Von Sanctus attuned to.
Yeah. Or, no, the object that Lord Von Sanctus is attuned to. Not necessarily the rod, yeah.
Yep.
An arcane construct isn't a person. So you must have used an object attuned to your magic to communicate with it. Miss Steelwind, if we were able to find that object, would that tie your client to the sabotage? Hypothetically, yes. The Inquisition has divination magic, and they can use it to detect if an object is attuned to a specific mage.
Good luck finding such evidence. If I did perform these acts, the remains could be anywhere in our necks.
I'm not so sure about that, Von Sanctus. Let's look at things from your perspective. Why would you do the things that you did that day? Knowing that will point us to where you ultimately hit the construct. Your intention was to sabotage the refinery without anyone finding out what you did. Or how would you dispose of a construct and the attuned item?
Well,
Captain Von Sanctus easily destroyed the evidence. He needed to hide and or destroy it so that no one would be able to find it. Wait, destroy?
the evidence...
The evidence
was thrown into the vat
of volatile liquid. Use the vat of volatile liquid. Uh-oh. You suppose that makes sense. You found the remnants of a rod of mending in there, too.
Oh, wouldn't that mean that the object is fully dissolved?
Exactly. There will be no physical evidence for you to find.
Not necessarily true. You threw the rod emitting to the vat, and that didn't fully dissolve.
What?
Workers neutralized the liquid immediately after Justin fell into the vat.
What? Neutralizing that liquid would have rendered it unsalvageable and useless. Doing that would have cost Starkerton a small fortune.
Unlike you, Bonsake, my client values the lives of his workers over his profits. And because of that, the Inquisition was able to find pieces of bone matter and metal within the vat. Wait, the rod didn't fully dissolve. This means that it was thrown into the vat around the same time that Justin fell into it. You wouldn't have thrown the rod into the vat until after you were done with your sabotage. And if you wanted to destroy the rod, you would have destroyed all of the evidence that you need to get rid of. Anybody else that Bonsake just would have needed to get rid of?
This one's
The
pretty easy.
construct, yeah. You would have also destroyed the Arcane construct itself.
That's ridiculous. Lady Steelwind, why aren't you...
Told you before, didn't I? I will defend you to the best of my ability, but I will not fabricate an alibi. You must have ordered the construct to throw itself into the vat to hide any traces of your sabotage. A machine resembling a human threw itself into the vat. This means that anyone looking at the walkway would have seen this. That's it. Arcane Construct was the second person that Aster and Morrison saw fall into the vat. And that's why we didn't find any organic matter from anyone other than Justin in there. The second body that Aster and Morrison saw was actually an Arcane Construct.
How are you...
Wait, Rika was certain that she saw Justin fall off the walkway. After she notified Aster and Morrison, they saw the construct break the guardrail and fall into the vat. Would that mean that the construct disposed of itself after Just Away fell off the walkway? Why would you order it to do that?
Because it never happened. Your logic is flawed.
He's getting stressed out. Maybe we should try using the Empowered Eye. No, you don't need it this time. You're so close to figuring this out, you can feel it. So think, if he was observing the construct using magic, he must have seen Justin fall. And for some reason, he reacted by sabotaging the guardrail. Hard to ignore seeing that happen. Unless he did all this because he saw Justin fall. Oh, he was trying to save Justin.
No. He wanted this to look like an accident so that he wouldn't get blamed. You know, I'm still not sure why he sent the construct there. If I'm being completely honest, how would he know about Justin's plans? Because that's what I'm questioning now.
Well, I think it was two unrelated things that just happened to be, like, I think it was just a coincidence that they were both there at the same time.
I don't know about that. No. Instead of running away, he ordered the construct to sabotage and break the guardrail. He wanted the broken guardrail to look like...
Oh, Justin's death to look like an accident, maybe?
There we go.
Oh. It's because you wanted it to look like an accident. Which means that it wasn't actually an accident.
Oh, now you're accusing me of intentionally murdering the victim. Why would I ever do that? You said it yourself, my goal was sabotage. Committing murder would have brought unnecessary attention to what I'd done.
Those constructs do have a habit of shoving people that are in their way. What if a construct pushed Justin out of the way, causing him to fall over the edge of a guardrail?
He's figuring out everything that happened from just a few clues?
Hey, I didn't see you there. I was just
walk past him.
Acknowledged!
Whoa, what? Oh. Hey, watch it! Quit shoving me! Wait, whoa! Holy crap, pull me up! I can't hold on for much longer.
Ah, you idiot! What are you doing?
What?
Grab his arm and pull him up!
Acknowledged!
Ow, my hand!
Oh,
Damn.
Von Sanctus
he was
tried.
trying to save him. The hell are you doing?
Your grip is too tight. Stop that.
Acknowledged!
Ah!
Oh, wait, I can still.
It may have been unintentional. But either way, you would have been at fault for Justin's death, not my client. And if a construct fell in after Justin, your object must be somewhere in the neutralized liquid. No, it's even better than that. Constructs are made from a specific magical ally, aren't they? I'm sure with a few divination spells we identify the metal shards from the construct and your arcane focus. Each and every one of those pieces of evidence points directly at you, Von Sanctus.
You petulant little upstart!
And that's checkmate, Von Sanctus. Why don't you save us all a little time, Von Sanctus? Admit to what you did. And while you're at it, drop your false allegations against my client.
I have nothing to admit to, nor do I have anything to apologize for.
Of course not. You're completely blameless, right?
Do you think you've achieved victory here today? No. Dissidents like you and Dragogen are absolutely deluded. Each and every breath you take only throws Wyvern further into chaos.
We talk about these commoners as if they have even a fraction of the power that you have.
Lady Steelwind, you need to see reason. They lack awareness of the power they truly have.
What?
These people have infected you and His Majesty with these idealistic delusions. I implore both of you to see reality for what it is.
No, Von Sanctus. The true reality is that people like you become threatened when we challenge your power.
You all speak about the rights of the individual. You speak as if each and every one of you wouldn't stab each other in the back the moment that it benefited yourselves. You may hate the nobility. You may curse, scream, and blame us for all your little problems. But the truth is that you need us. You need us to direct and lead you. You need us to maintain the fragile order that holds your peaceful little lives together.
Talk about protecting the common folk from themselves. But the truth is that your actions led to the death of an innocent man. That is the only truth that matters. The defense has no further questions for the witness. He is dismissed.
Very well.
We did it again, Tyrion! And we even caught another murder in the process!
Yeah, we couldn't get the case officially dismissed today, but it's pretty much inevitable with the evidence that we brought in today. I have a feeling that Von Sanctus is gonna get murdered.
Oh, no. Actually, it probably won't even reach that point. I have advised Lord Von Sanctus to drop the suit entirely. Word has already spread regarding the evidence that you brought forward. At this point, prolonging the trial would just harm his public image even more.
That's great! Now you can build a case against him for Justin's death!
About that, I'll probably be forced to recuse myself from any charges brought against him.
What? Why?
It's because you It's because you represented him in the suit, isn't it? It would be considered a conflict of interest to prosecute him yourself, even though you're probably the only prosecutor that would convict him successfully.
You're correct. As the head of one of the Pillar families, he has the justice system dancing in the palm of his hand. He'll definitely be quietly and swiftly acquitted. I would have never agreed to represent him if I had known about this. I'm truly sorry.
Damn it. He must have had this planned all along.
No, is he seriously gonna get away with this?
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Dragogen.
He may be acquitted in the legal sense, but the court of public opinion is a different thing entirely.
What do you mean?
I brought forward a myriad of evidence against him, and I'm sure everyone in the gallery saw it too. Von Sanctus' power relies on his public image. And you quite handily tore down that facade. He may walk free, but his power and ideals have taken a great blow.
But is that seriously all we can do? His actions and recklessness resulted in the death of Justin Way. He should be punished within the letter of the law.
You're not wrong, Mr. Cuthbert. But sometimes we must take victories that we can get.
She's probably right. But there's still one thing that's nagging at me.
Oh, and what's that?
Why was your safe unlocked if nothing was stolen? If Justin had gotten into your safe, he would have taken your gold with him. It wouldn't still be there. Really?
Justin was a good man. I'd rather not taint anyone's memory of him, especially Rika's.
Right, she was pretty upset about your accusations.
No one was taken, so no harm was done in that regard.
I suppose so. But I can't help but wonder what actually happened.
What did the ghost ship have to do with everything?
Wow, that... I'm assuming we'll find out next time, maybe.
Oh, it's Eye Taker.
Um...
It just makes no damn sense to... Oh, shit, I was trying to do like an Italian mafia guy, but that just did not come out well.
damn sense to me.
Mamma mia, it just makes no damn sense to me.
No, that does not work. And it doesn't make no, that's Waluigi. Just makes no damn sense to me. The kid successfully robbed the guy days ago. No one saw him. No one even suspected him. But then he breaks into this place again. Also, he can put back the stolen gold. Does this make any sense to you, Eris?
Motherfucker.
Oh my... Father!
Perhaps he felt remorse for his actions, Father. Not everyone can betray the people they love so easily. And if that's true, I feel like there's a sense of tragic beauty to it all.
If he had never tried to do the right thing, he would have never encountered the construct in the first place. He would have paid his debt and he would still have his life.
It's true what they say. No good deed goes unpunished. It's a shame about the gold, though.
I think we've more than made a profit today. I, from one, am happy to have claimed a boatload of tithies today.
Oh. She stole the boat.
Oh. Fucking Eris, dude.
God damn it.
Oh, we've only got, what, 2 more cases left?
Yes. Scroll. Yep. Just these 2 left.
Interesting. Very excited to see this shenanigan if it happens.
I don't know about you, but I think me personally, I actually preferred Case 2 over Case 3.
Case 3 was just, it had that rom-com B-plot that just... it also just wasn't as interesting because it was less of a murder trial and more of just a, like, civil case for most of it.
Yeah. I think I was also expecting a bit more with the title like The Origins of Horus.
Yeah. Well, I guess it was just about his mom.
Oh, yeah, that is true. That's a good point. I'm excited to see what Case 4 has, though.
Yep.
We'll get to that next time.